Hey everyone, I'm Kosmo, and welcome to the continuation of our scrap mechanic co-op survival adventure with the one and only Con Gaming. How you doing, bro? You just chilling in your Zamboni on top of a lake?
Chilled like a ice cold coffee related beverage.
Why coffee related? Why couldn't you just say
I don't
coffee?
know. I was thinking of like iced cappuccino. You know, where it's like,
fair enough. Okay.
we got some stuff in here. Today we're gonna do a great episode. Great episode today. Good episode.
Yep.
You wanna tell the good people?
Sure. Today we're gonna be doing base building, improving the restaurant, improving some other stuff, and possibly getting into some storytelling for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna fix up that tree. That tree over there.
Yeah, that tree's.
See the tree I'm talking about? See that tree? See the tree
Okay, see, we gotta stop doing that, because last time I did that, last time I was shooting at you when you were up there, somebody pointed out in my comments, I actually shot off the fresh sign.
You could shoot the fresh sign off?
Apparently.
Apparently the fresh sign get well, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's okay. I have one in my inventory, so we're good. We'll replace it. You're gonna press the button.
No, I was waiting for you. So yeah, we're gonna do some base building, but like in the last episode, a lot of people pointed out that while we were mining, we weren't really mining so much as telling stories.
Right.
And so I figured appropriately for today, since we're base building, Kosmo and I used to live together.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna talk about, our wonderful experiences living together in the terrible house we lived in. I guess the first thing we should talk about is how Kosmo and I met.
Yep.
You want to tell that story? I mean, it's not really much, but
I mean, it really isn't. We went to the same university together, same program, same university. Struggled through the same educational system.
It was interesting though, because we were in like the same classes, but we didn't really talk much. Like we didn't talk to each other or anything. We didn't really
weren't really friends until like after we did our schooling almost.
Yeah, like I don't know, like midway through second year. Why is there a dead body bag here?
Cause I died. Okay, I died.
Oh, it's your stuff.
It killed me.
Okay,
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, we went to school together. We both were in the same program, all that fun stuff. Didn't really talk much. We kind of started hanging out and talking and becoming friends when Kosmo and I was renting a house on a street, and Kosmo started renting a house up the street.
Yep.
And then we would come over and hang out in my house, and we would play lots of League of Legends.
Lots of League of Legends.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
It was, and here's the kicker: we played League of Legends in a room that was like an 8
6
foot
feet by 4 foot, maybe. Like it was like a closet.
It was tiny.
It was literally. I was renting this. Basically, when you're a student, you get cheap rentals.
Yep.
And I was renting this extremely cheap place, and as a result, my room was basically a closet, which was fine. But yeah, we played in this tiny little closet. I would have to like sit on my bed, and he would sit at my desk, because that's literally,
if you could even call it a desk, really.
Yeah, that's all the space we had. It wasn't good. It wasn't that great. But anyway, that's
lots
where we met.
Lots of long nights avoiding exam studying and playing League of Legends.
Yeah, playing lots of League of Legends. So it was pretty good.
That was fun.
And
then both of our leases were up, and then we were like, well, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Our leases
we need a new place to live.
And I had some problems with some people.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where I lived. Long story. Not really. Too much to get into.
Yep.
But they did sort of wreck my car. Someone that I guess I knew.
Did they break into your house as well?
Yeah, they broke into my house. That was a different thing. That was
exactly. Like we said, it's a lot to dive into.
Yeah, there's a lot of details. But anyway, they broke into my house, and then they broke my car window with a rock. So, we moved out of that area, because it was like, well, this is a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's the story. So then Kosmo and I moved in together.
Yep, moved into this 2-story house. Lived on the second story of it. Somebody else lived downstairs.
Yeah, it was a 2-story disconnected house.
Yeah,
it was.
I mean, it was connected at some point, but they had drywalled the entrance off. And...
Yeah, it was two different windows.
Are you building a Target?
It's a basketball net.
That's awesome.
It looks like a basketball backboard, right? You hit the basketball.
You should put a bed or a seat or something there, so we can press E when we fly into it.
Jump and try and press E.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but whatever. I don't want a bed, because I don't want to respawn there every time, right?
Fair enough.
That was my thought. So anyway, yeah, we moved in the top story of a 2-story house.
Yep.
House was in rough shape, to put it lightly.
Yep. It was an old house, not well taken care of at all, so...
No, and the landlord was, it was a cheap house, which, you know, is part of the problem when you're
I mean, it's a student town, right? So it's like...
Yeah, it was whatever. But the landlord was a self-proclaimed genius, as we'll call it.
A stable genius?
Yeah, he knew everything, man. He was so smart. Yeah, so needless to say, the house was kept up to that standard, which was like, I remember, what was it? We were getting internet put in.
Oh my goodness! So the internet guy comes, right? And there wasn't a cable hookup like for the house from the outside. There was just a cable hanging outside of the house. So this guy takes a drill and a massive concrete drill bit and just drills from the exterior of the house into the living room.
Brick house. Just drills right through the outside wall, straight, and we're like, and then he just patches it with some silicone. He's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, whatever, it's not our house, but that's like, that's how we got internet, so that was fun.
Then we had to explain why there was a hole in the house.
Why there was a hole in the wall. It was pretty cool, though. So, like, the entrance to the house, you had to come up, in our entrance, we had the front door, and the bottom unit had the back door. And when you came up the front door, you had to go in through this, like, basically this little closet hallway area, and then you go up this staircase right away, right?
Yep. Very tight space.
Very tight space. But we didn't really have, like, a living room, because your living room was, like, your kitchen at the top of the stairs. It was like, one room. So Kosmo had this old projector, right? You used to work for, like, a projector company.
That's right. You used to work for a projector company. You had some military-grade projectors.
Yeah, these things were like huge.
Yeah, they're
ridiculously massive and everything else.
I'm pretty sure they heated up the house more than the actual heating system did.
Yeah, that's probably true. And then what? We basically hung this, like, I don't know, like, what was it, a shower curtain or something? Yeah,
I think once in a while we'd buy a new shower curtain, hang up, and we would tape it to the wall.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any flat walls. That was the issue. Is the walls were all slanted, so we had to, like,
this was taped at an angle, too. Exactly. It was like this weird angle thing going on.
And we'd watch movies, we'd game on that thing, we'd do all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, it was fun times.
That
was that house.
Yep.
I didn't even mention my bedroom, man. What am I doing?
The Hobbit
door.
My
bedroom was like the highlight of the house. So I lived in a Hobbit hole for like.
He didn't even have a proper sized door into his bedroom.
No, so like he put this like extension, because basically it was like the story was this house was this terrible like old house, right? And he clearly wanted to like have it as 2 units to rent for.
His profit on it, yeah.
Right, because you can't, if you rent it as one house, you can only charge so much rent for a single house. But if you rent it as 2 separate units, you can make more in rent because, you can charge the upstairs people a ridiculous price and the bottom people a ridiculous price and add them together and, whatever, right?
Then boom, your mortgage is paid off.
And mortgage is paid off, exactly. So we had this, so he put basically, to make the upstairs had 1 bedroom already.
Yep.
But to put a 2nd bedroom on it, he built this like addition on top of the downstairs kitchen in the back, and it was like this. I don't know who built his addition. Maybe he had like 4-foot dwarfs building his addition for him or something, because everything was tiny. It was so small, like. The whole thing was like maybe a 6-foot ceiling in the middle of the room, and then it would like taper down.
It had like a tiny window, like a 1 foot by 2 foot window. It was so bad.
Yeah, this tiny little window in the back, like, and then he had this Hobbit door where it was like you literally had to crouch and then like jump down 6 inches. Like there was like a 6-inch step. No, it wasn't even like the floor wasn't even lined up.
Man.
The whole, oh my god, it was great. It was the worst door. Anyway, I lived in that room.
Yep.
And because I ate a lot of pizza, we had Pizza Mountain going on.
Yep, had a nice mountain of pizza boxes in there.
Yeah, I had empty pizza boxes that would pile up, and then once the mountain got big enough, I would take it out. Good times.
I had motorcycles in my room.
That's true, yeah.
That sucked. That sucked, because literally the only entrance to the house was the stairs, the really tight stairs, so I literally had to drag my motorcycle up the stairs one time.
All right. We had you had your mopeds. So Kosmo had all these like mopeds and stuff, and then there was the the guys who stole your one moped. You remember that?
So here's the other fun little fact. We lived literally two doors down from a local Hells Angels chapter.
Yeah,
and,
a local biker gang lived right down the street from us.
We're actually like surprisingly, like contrary to popular belief, we're actually really nice guys. Like they weren't really bugging. I mean, I'm sure they weren't the nicest people ever.
Let's just say it was a don't ask, don't tell sort of policy. You
exactly.
Just
you don't bug them, they don't bug you. Everything's fine, right?
Yeah, it's great.
So
basically,
I had my moped out on the front porch for months. Right, this thing was out there for months. We didn't have much space. I was like, whatever, it'll be fine, and it was fine. And then one day,
garbage bags, I thought, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. There were like some garbage bags. I had some parts. I had my bike. Life was good. And then one day, our landlord decided to get some work done on the house. So,
which was like the cheapest labor you could find, by the way. Yeah. This guy did not spend money on anything.
Exactly. And surprise, surprise, my moped goes missing. My moped gets stolen. So I immediately inquire with the construction crew. I'm like, hey guys, so I had some stuff there. It's not here. It's been there for a while. What's going on, right? These dudes had the audacity to blame the moped theft on the Hells Angels, a 50cc moped that tops out at like 45 kilometers an hour.
Clearly the biker gang wants your moped. I can picture a really burly biker gang kind of guy riding this tiny little moped. Like probably wouldn't even move with the dude on it. You know what I mean? Like no way. That was such a good time.
That was a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, we didn't live in we didn't really live in like the worst neighborhood. It was just like close to downtown. So like
it was all right.
We kind of live in a city, not like a huge city, but we live in a city, and it's there's like a downtown area, and we were within like a walking 20-minute walk to downtown, 10-minute walk to downtown. So we were like close enough to the stuff that you get, the stupid people.
The stupid people.
I guess to put it nicely. You know what I mean?
Rougher around the edges people.
Yeah, so that's just how that was. It wasn't bad though. Like it wasn't the worst place to live. We could have definitely picked worse places.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there were definitely worse places to live than that one, but
yeah,
it was a good place. It was the beginning of something else. It's hey man, it's where it's where you started your channel. It's where
no, I started my channel at the. Didn't we move out before I started my channel?
No, sir.
Yeah.
I remember this guy.
I wasn't recording.
I remember this guy making scrap mechanic videos to like 3 a.m. and then getting up to go for work again at like 6 a.m. and then doing that.
House, really?
Yeah, dude. How bad is your memory?
I thought it was later on. When did we live in that house? So we lived in that house till 2016. I thought I was already living in the apartment with my my girlfriend at then.
Nope.
Oh, well, okay. Well, apparently we started back then.
That's right.
See, I honestly thought we had moved out by that point. No, we definitely had moved out by that point.
No, man.
Way.
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, well, Kosmo thinks he's right.
I know I'm right, man.
Okay, whatever you say, Chief, I'll believe you. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, yeah, we lived in that place. That place was great. Remember there was the excavator story.
Remember the
excavator?
Goodness.
Yeah, you gotta tell them the excavator story. That one was good. The excavator story was a good one.
We had some, I guess they were planning to expand the road in front of the house. And in order to do so, they had to excavate it, tear up the existing asphalt.
Well, weren't they doing like water pipes or something too? Or some nonsense?
Yeah, they had to move the water pipe as well because it would interfere with the road construction, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So they, long story short, they had dug up the road right in front of the house. Now, it's worth to mention that they also dug up all the entrances to the driveways, so
Yeah, we had to park like across the street.
Basically, yeah,
and walk through this like construction zone. Yeah. It wasn't like they like meshed off the bad areas of the construction zone.
Yeah,
but
there was essentially
walk,
like a 1 foot
walkway
difference between the levels of the ground and your driveway.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
No. But here's the kicker. The only people that did have a driveway entrance every single day were the Hells Angels.
The biker gang house, yeah.
Yeah, so clearly they had some pull with the construction company to.
Yeah, are you surprised?
No.
I feel like that was one of those conversations where it was like, so we're gonna have a driveway every night, right? And they were just like, yep.
Yep, don't worry about it, bud.
Don't worry about it. And that's probably how the whole conversation went. I think that was literally it.
But the
anyway,
worst
the excavator story. Back to the excavator.
The worst part was when the excavators would start doing their work. Quite literally, everything inside the house, including the house, would shift. And it was the most terrifying feeling ever.
Yeah, the whole house wasn't exactly stable. I'm surprised, you know, I still live in the town where this house was. And I've driven by it occasionally, and surprisingly, it's still standing.
Surprisingly, it's still standing. Yeah.
I would have thought it would have fallen over at this point, but yeah, no, it's still up. It looks. Oh, the deck. Oh my god, we have so many. Anyway, the excavator story. We're getting so far off track.
Yep. The deck is something else.
They would park this excavator. Oh, perfect. You know, I hit the backboard and I stayed in. Look at that.
Nice.
Anyway, they would park this excavator in front of our house at night, right? And they were digging this big pit. And so they were digging this, I don't know, like water pipes, whatever, but they were digging this pit. And they had the excavator parked on like the edge of the pit. And if you guys have ever seen like an excavator park, normally they like park it with like the bucket kind of scooped up inside the two treads. So it's just kind of like, you know, the whole arm is like bent inwards or whatever. And anyway, they're parking it on the edge of this pit, and we had this really bad rainstorm. Like, had to be like 2 days worth of rain. And we were taking bets on whether the excavator was going to fall into the pit, because every day, I swear, by the end of it, the treads were like, they were just like half in the pit. Like there was nothing underneath them, so the water would eat all the dirt away underneath the excavator, and you had this excavator that was just balancing on like the very edge of this pit that was slowly getting eaten away by the water, and we were like, oh man, there's no way this thing isn't going to... It never fell in, unfortunately. But it was like 3 days where they just, nobody moved this excavator, and it looked like it was going to fall right into the pit. It was just terrible.
Yeah, it was definitely like listing to one side quite often.
I'm sure those things are back heavy though, with all like the engine weight and stuff. So I'm sure that they, you know, I'm sure it could balance more on the back of the treads than the front. You know what I mean? But
I don't think they float though. So
no, they definitely don't. The pit was like, it was crazy. So they're like, walk across this construction site to get to your house, and we're like, okay, sure, no problem. By the way, we're gonna put a 10-foot pit with no fence on it, and there's like 10 feet deep of water in this thing. Like it was filled up with water, and just, you know, if you went in it, you couldn't swim, you were drowning. And it was like that dirty, gross, like, I don't know where the bottom is, construction water, and it's probably full of like, you know, everything that could kill you, steel and all that, you know, pieces of like broken metal and all that stuff. So that was a good time.
Yep.
And then there was the train. So we lived next to a train track. The trains didn't really go by. It was like a freight track or something. I don't know.
It wasn't that frequent. It wasn't that frequent.
No.
Yep.
But whenever it did go by, the whole house would be just violent, like just shaking everything. And it was pretty good.
It was rough. It was very interesting area to live in, that's for sure. What are you working on, by the way?
Just building platforms.
Oh, what? Nice.
Building this up so that we can actually walk up the stairs.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this platform, but it's a little bit different dimensions than the one on the other side. It's big, and I'm not building them exactly the same. Are you gonna make the restaurant like all the way out here then?
Well, I figure this is like a vestibule. Cool. Yeah, it's like a vestibule area, you know? It's like
yeah.
So we'll see. I'm just kind of.
You could honestly leave this open with like, you know, some like, I don't know, like this kind of deal.
Oh yeah,
just
it's gonna be glass.
Fake.
Yeah, there's gonna be glass.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna actually widen this staircase out just
do it. It still looks very hazardous to the public.
I'm trying to think what other ridiculous stories we have in that house. I mean, we lived in that house for like what, 4 years, 3 years?
Like 3 years. Oh man,
I got knocked out by the tree. Weird. Oh, there was the time. I mean, this wasn't really. I guess this wasn't really related to that. So remember, you rented. So the house didn't have a garage, right?
Yep.
No garage. We had like a back parking area that we had to share with the people who lived downstairs. Although for the most of the time we were living in this house, nobody lived downstairs. There was this one like guy who moved in, and he was like a real dingus, and
like a frat
over a bunch of
guy.
stuff, and broke a bunch of stuff. He was not a good dude. Anyway, so no one really lived in this house except for us for like the longest time. But Kosmo rented a garage at one point.
Yep, not too far away, just to rent for my bikes and stuff.
Yeah, so you could work on his bikes and stuff like that. And I think you had like a buddy you shared the rental with or
that's
whatever.
right.
I brought my car there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. I remember this.
I had this really bad... See, as soon as I start telling the story, he knows where the story's going. He's like, oh, I remember. But I had this car, and this car was notorious. I actually played golf with the guy I bought the car from a while ago, which was kind of funny. But anyway, this car was like notorious. It was a 2004 Chevy Optra, okay? which is, it's like a 4-door sedan. It was a 5-speed stick shift. It had a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and this thing would not die. It did not matter what.
It was a tank.
It was just, it would not. I snapped the axle on it once, and it was just like, I'm fine, let's go.
Well, I'm pretty sure the axle snapped because of the story
because
that
of
you're
this.
about to tell. Yeah.
Yeah, so I park it at Kosmo's garage. And then we were in there, whatever, it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. We're like, all right, let's go home. So we all get back in my car and we start going home. And I'm driving, and every time I get above like 60 kilometers an hour, it starts to have this like really weird wobble.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? Why is it wobbling? Turns out, while we were parked at Kosmo's garage, some dingus backed into my car and completely bent the rim on one tire. Like, completely bent it, like, inwards. So the whole rim on this tire was just completely gone. I had to get the rim replaced. And that's why over 60 kilometers, the one tire would quite literally wobble back and forth. So anyway, fast forward a little bit, and I'm at work, and I wanted to leave work, and I was in a bit of rush to leave because I was mad. And so I decided to do a burnout with my car.
Yep.
And I was in first gear with the clutch. I revved it up to like, I don't know, 2,500, 3,000 RPM. I popped the clutch to drop it, and the front right CV joint, the front right axle just snaps in half. Which, if you've never had that happen on your car before when you're about to burn it was basically like the squeal of the tires, and then you heard this, and then it just went ring, and the engine goes up to like 6,000 RPM because there's no force on it. The differential's putting all the weight to the, like all the power to the disconnected side, right?
Yep.
And you just hear this rattling, and it's the axle like inside the engine compartment just rolling around, right?
Oh my goodness.
So I got that fixed for, you know, a couple $100. And after we fixed that, then the car was good to go. But we had that axle. We actually took it from the dealer and kept it for a while.
That's true. I remember that.
The axle was like completely bent. So we're thinking that the guy bent the axle when he hit the rim. But anyway, that was a fun time. That car was with us the entire time we were at that house.
Yeah, a lot of fun snow drifting with that thing, and
we don't talk about that. That's not. I don't think you're supposed to legally do that.
Well, no, we went to Mexico.
Oh, right. We drove to Mexico for the Mexican snow drifting championships.
Yeah, exactly. They had a really big snowfall last year, so
right.
I mean, sorry for the 5, yeah.
15, 16, something like that. Yeah, I forgot about the Mexican snow drifting championships we took part in. How could I forget?
Oh man, I think I got some video of that somewhere. Maybe one day.
No, never. The internet cannot see that. I remember this. This was. We were too cool for GoPros back then because we could. You know, this was before the days of GoPros. So we had like a camera taped to the end of a broomstick out the front window.
Oh, we did too. Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And we were coming around this one corner. There's this one like stop sign near this one, and I remember we were coming around this one corner, and I'm like, screw it, let's just do it. So like you're in the one corner, you come in, you hit the corner at like second gear, you know, you pull the e-brake, which on this car, by the way, the e-brake only worked on like the back left tire, the back right tire. Remember that cable was like pulled, so it didn't work. So only the back left tire would actually trigger on the e-brake, and we come around this corner, just whipping the e-brake and pull back into the car, and there's this like old lady in her sedan at the one, and she's just like staring at us.
Just out of nowhere, the Tokyo
corner.
Drift music comes in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if you know.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so bad though. We did such stupid things.
That was good times.
That was good house to live in. This is one of those staircases where like it looks cool, but the majority of it you have to actually like walk.
Like very
edge because the stupid tree hitbox is dumb, but I mean whatever, there's not much you can really do about that. So remember we I guess we used to we don't really much anymore because we were younger then. Don't get me wrong, everything we did was legal, okay? Let's preface this by saying everything we did was legal.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're about to say something shady.
No, I was just gonna talk about drinking. So we used to go to like this one bar, right? Yep. And Kosmo and I both kind of look young. We don't look like old people.
Nope.
So we used to go to this one bar, and we went there enough where like we got the owner knew us, like the owner, the manager, I guess you'd call it. Like he knew us. His name was Todd. You remember Todd?
I remember Todd.
And so Todd had a drink called a Fruity Todd.
A Fruity Todd, yeah.
It doesn't sound nearly as bad as it is, but it was all right. It's called a Fruity Todd. And we knew this guy so much. We weren't like alcoholics or anything. We would just, we'd get home from work.
We were university students.
Yeah, let's go out for a beer or whatever, and have a beer and relax. And so we get to know this guy named Todd. And one night we go out to this bar, and it's relatively busy. So we go and we sit up at the bar, and the waitress asks for our ID. And then she starts giving us this hard time about her ID or something. I don't remember the full story about that. Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember the full story, but she was being all sketched out by us for whatever reason.
She gave us a hard time for something. I honestly don't remember. It was like a real and like abnormal. Like I don't get me wrong. I have no problem with getting carded. I understand I look young. I get carded all the time everywhere I go. And the drinking age of Canada is 19 years old, but we get carded all the time.
Yep.
And I remember she was just being like obnoxiously annoying for some reason. I honestly couldn't tell you what it was, but it was something where it's like, this is abnormal, like she shouldn't be like this.
Right.
And so rather than say anything, because, you know, Kosmo and I, we don't want to be confrontational.
Nope.
We just like saw Todd in the distance and we're like, hey, Todd, what's up? And that's, of course, her boss, right? And he just like waved to us and was like, hey guys, how's it going? And then like the look on her face when she realized we knew her boss was like, oh no, we are so screwed. Like, so but anyway, she was fine after that. But like,
yeah, we didn't like get her in trouble or anything. We were
we weren't like being, you know, malicious.
We were just like, yeah, so anyway, can we get our fruity Todds?
Yeah, it's like, we come here a lot. Like, please don't, you know, please don't be so mean to us.
Please don't
That's
be
all
so
we were
mean.
really going for.
Oh man.
Oh, that was good times. That was a funny adventure. That was like a relatively close place to our house, so we would just go there and.
Yep, that was fun.
Yep, it's where actually when I first met my girlfriend, that's where we used to go too. This was all way back in the day. So we were living in that house when I met my girlfriend, who I'm still with now to this day. And Cosmo's been with his girlfriend since like the dawn of time.
Yes.
I don't even know. I don't even think they've ever.
I think before we moved in together. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Before.
Oh yeah, long before we moved, because you were still with her when we were hanging out at my old place.
Yep.
My super old place.
That's right. Feels like yesterday, but it's, you know.
It really does. And then you realize it was like 10 years ago. It was like crazy. We were like, what? I graduated school in that house.
Yeah.
Or in that house. Yeah.
Yep.
I graduated school. We were living in that house. I graduated university. We were still living there.
Yep,
and we were still living there when I was working full time after graduating, which was funny because like we were still living like poor students, even though I was like,
yeah, exactly.
It's like, nah, we're just gonna live like poor students. It's fine. No big. We could afford a better place, but nah, like let's just live in this piece of garbage, you know.
That was good.
Oh, the garbage story. The garbage story.
Oh,
Forgot about the raccoons in the garbage.
Yeah, that's all you, man.
Okay, the raccoons in the garbage. Right, we had raccoons and they ate the garbage. Done. End of story. No, we had like there was a legitimate raccoon problem. So we lived in a city. There's raccoons in like every city. It's not a big deal. And we basically had like every day we'd have to put our garbage somewhere. And because it was like an upstairs and downstairs unit, there was no garage or anything. So like in my house, we have garbage bins in our garage. And, you know, we put our garbage bags into our bins, and then whenever the garbage truck comes, we put the bins out. So it's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about pests and critters, getting into your garage. But at this place, we didn't have that. So the people in the front had to basically just put their garbage outside, like on the front porch. There was nowhere else to really put it.
Yep.
And the raccoons would come and just eat all your garbage bags.
Not just raccoons.
Well, yeah, everything.
Yeah. I came out one time, I went right back in, because I came out one time and I saw a squirrel with a piece of ground beef hanging out of its mouth. And I was like, nope, not today, zombie squirrel, not today.
That squirrel actually killed the cow and took the beef straight from it that way. Like, that's... But yeah, it was bad. Like, stuff would just eat your trash, and there'd be a mess. Like, every day you'd come out to a mess on your front porch. It was just terrible. And so we tell the landlord this. We're like, hey, man, you need to do something about this garbage. Like, even with bins and stuff, it doesn't matter. Like, they'll like, break the bin open and get at your garbage, like, because it's outside. So we said, you need to do something about this, like, situation. Like, you need to give us a place to put our garbage so we stop having garbage. Because the landlord, remember, he would come by and he'd complain about garbage everywhere. And it's like, bro, we've been telling you, like, you know, the animals are eating it. What do you want us to do? Like, sit outside with a shotgun? Like, you know, like, what can we possibly do, right?
Exactly.
And so finally he's like, okay, I'll build a structure. Now, being the extremely intelligent genius man that he is.
The stable genius that he is.
Stable genius, yeah. He built, like, this wooden structure, like a wooden, I guess you call it like a shed out back.
Yeah.
The door didn't close properly.
No.
Now, generally speaking, if you're building, a building, I'm gonna, as an engineer, I'm gonna tell you guys this. This is a really, really good engineering, intelligent. Pay attention. Take notes, kids. This is important.
Notes.
If you're an engineer and you're designing a structure to keep things out, the door must work.
The door must close.
The door must close. It is very important. Write this down, Kit. You won't get this knowledge anywhere else. The door must, in fact, close in order for it to keep the critters out. So, of course, on this building, the door did not close.
Nope, not a bit.
And thus, it did literally nothing. So, the very stable genius that he was told us that it was clearly our fault that the raccoons were still getting into the structure. We must not be closing the door properly.
That's right.
On this door that did not close. It was very impressive.
Yeah, it like didn't latch. All the hinges were like listing so that it would literally like want to open by itself all the time.
Yeah, and it wouldn't latch closed properly, so you just couldn't do anything about it. So it basically was just the most useless piece of equipment I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
But very stable genius told us once again our problem, not his. So
yep,
this is where we're at. I've actually done a fair amount of work here on these platforms.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm like trying to figure out a way to maybe put some stairs onto the roof of the restaurant. I don't know.
Well, where are you at? I'm way up here. Holy cow! I didn't realize I'm actually 2 platforms up.
Yeah.
Well, here, hold on. What if
because
you can literally just jump from this stair to here? Or are you trying to make it so you can get up here as like an actual platform?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's just do this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing.
And then just put like a little railing on that or something. So it's like
perfect.
and we can put a railing around this deck with like, so it looks like a...
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. I was going to rail it all up.
Yeah, so it'll look like an actual...
like observation area.
Yeah.
I got to go get more pipe pieces.
Yeah, you get a rail with like small pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll look good. So anyway, very stable genius. The raccoons did not leave us alone. We were still...
Nope, they were still... In fact, they were happy they had a nice, nice little room to eat all the garbage in now.
To eat their garbage in.
Yeah. Like, oh, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Like, oh, thanks for giving us a rain structure so we can now eat our garbage without getting wet. Really, really appreciate it.
That deck was terrifying as well.
Oh, yeah, so we move in, right? We move in on the 2nd floor.
Sorry, there wasn't a deck to begin with.
Well, it was rotted.
There was a drop, yeah.
So the whole deck was like, we move in, the landlord's like, I wouldn't put anything on the deck if I were you. That was his suggestion. It wasn't like, don't use the deck, just don't put anything on it, including yourself. So you could use it as long as nothing is ever on it. That was his basic instruction. And long story short, it was real sketchy. So it took him like a year and a half, 2 years to finally get around to fixing it. Mm-hmm. And then he did and had somebody rebuild it. It was all. But yeah, when we moved in, the deck was like it was like 3 wooden poles holding it up, and not a single wooden pole was like even touching the ground anymore.
Well, I remember when he was taking out the foundation, the concrete foundation for the deck. It was like there was just like empty space underneath one of them. There wasn't even concrete. So
yeah, it's like, bro, I might not be an engineer, although I am, but like, I don't think that's how that works.
No.
It's not supposed to look like that. I'm not gonna go up any higher on this tree just yet.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't think we need to. I'm gonna go work on the clothing room on the other tree.
Very nice. Very nice.
A place to do some more unboxing.
That would be cool. Yeah, unboxing episode coming soon. Got to get a little more. We both roll ragdolled.
The worst part was our very stable genius was an engineer as well. Actually.
Yeah, wasn't he chemical? No,
electrical.
Electrical. That's right.
Yeah, the worst kind of engineer right there for all you electrical engineers out there. All you kids thinking about going into electrical engineering, I hate you already.
Oh my god. Be nice.
The electrical engineers, the reason I'm mad about electrical engineering because it was like the hardest course in university.
Yeah,
it was like the worst. Yeah, you have to in like first year or was it second year, you have to like take all these other engineering courses, like a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of, electrical nonsense and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and the electrical engineering stuff was just god-awful garbage. That was the worst.
Well, here's the problem, right? So there's, like, when you're in high school and you're picking out what program you want to go into, right? You open up the brochure and it's like, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, software engineering, chemical engineering, and you're like, well, I'm interested in mechanical engineering. That's what I've been wanting to do, my whole life. And then you go and you study mechanical engineering, and you find out that you're literally learning.
Not what you thought.
Yeah, it's not nearly what you thought, and you're learning all this other stuff that your brain isn't wired to understand nearly as well as people who actually chose to take those courses.
There's a bit of that. There's also like,
and I understand some of it is very necessary knowledge because you you need to know some electrical stuff in order to intertwine your mechanical knowledge with it to build things, right?
Part of the problem, I think, with electrical engineering, well, not electrical engineering, just with the base engineering programs in general, is there's a very big disconnect between what, you know, let's call practical engineering,
real life and
theoretical engineering. And there's a lot of kids who take an engineering course and they're really good at learning from books, like really, really good at learning from books. And then they get out into the real world and they're like the world's worst engineers you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
Like they can't, you tell them a hammer and a nail and they don't know what a hammer is.
Well, that's just it, right? The problem with the program that you and I did is that, you know, yeah, great, mechanical engineering, but those people have never seen the underneath of like
a car.
Of like a hood before, or a car, you know, they've never held a screwdriver in their hand. You know, like, I personally know someone that graduated with a 100% average in our program, which, like, as you know, is pretty mental, you know? And she wasn't able to get a job for, like legitimately 5 years because just zero practical knowledge, you know? Yeah, sure, you can recite everything in the textbooks, but if you don't know how to apply it, that's a whole different story.
There's definitely a disconnect there on the engineering side of things, which I think is, you know, it gets lost. Personally, I always thought I was a little bit more of a practical engineer, maybe not so much as Kosmo.
I was just going to say that, yeah, like I'm, theory
Kosmo
isn't my strong suit.
is the kind of guy who can, you know, take apart a car engine and put it back together, and no one gives him credit for it. Where I'm the kind of guy who, I passed school, barely. Well, not barely, actually. I did okay. I was pretty much right on par with the old average of the class. But I found, like, you know, being an engineer in real life, I never really needed as much of the theoretical knowledge as I had. A lot of it was just like relying on the stuff, you know, the practical things I already knew from before. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work in real life the way it works in a textbook, and that's, I think, the biggest issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna go get some paint, then I'll be back.
Okay.
And you can show me what you did. I didn't really do much, just build some platforms this episode, but you know.
That's kind of what I did.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Just
needed to be done.
Yep.
We didn't have, got rid of a lot of the wood, which is great.
That's true. That's true.
I cleared out a lot of wood. We still have so much, too. It's insane.
Do we? That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I actually landed without taking damage.
Don't want to get paint.
Hey, daylight. My favorite time.
Kosmo.
What's up?
So I've got some paint.
Okay, I'm collecting paint as well.
I'm gonna need you to stop right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to come running towards me with guns. Lots of guns. I have 3 red guys chasing me because I went to the red guy forest, and all 3 of them are chasing, and they won't leave me alone. I've been running for so long. I'm like, they're chasing me through the desert. I'm gonna make sure I don't bring them to the gas station. I'm gonna avoid that, but I need guns. I need lots of, you know that scene from The Matrix where he's like, I need lots of guns.
Yes.
I need lots of guns.
Okay.
I'm like running out of water, but if I
minute.
stop to eat, they're gonna catch up. Like, I'm scared. Oh, there's an oil pond here. Look at this. This is a nice oil. And it's nighttime.
Yeah,
oh
that's
my God.
the best.
Leave me alone.
Just give me a sec. I'll be there.
Yo, go away. Okay, I'm gonna jump off this cliff. Aha, you can't jump off a cliff. Aha, you stupid. Now they're all shooting at me. Well, I can shoot back.
Mortar, yeah.
Oh, one guy fell off the cliff, knocked himself out, but he's gonna be coming for me. Oh no, the other 2 jumped off the cliff. Oh no, they're jumping.
Running.
They're jumping. Eat the banana. Eat the banana. Bananas don't give you. No, I didn't finish eating the banana. Eat the banana. You need the moisture.
Okay.
Bananas don't give you enough moisture.
On my way back to base.
Oh, they stopped. They stopped. Okay, they
That's
stopped.
good. That's good.
Now you're all dead. Come on, do die, man.
How's that working out for you?
Die. Okay, sick.
Sweet.
He's dead. I'm gonna eat some tomatoes.
Perfect. Where are the rest of them?
The other 2 are up here. You brought the bobcat. I said bring guns. You brought the bobcat.
I was out in the bobcat.
Oh, what were you doing in the bobcat?
Collecting flowers.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a bunch of flowers. I'm coming back now. I just need to. What's up, boys? Look at these 2. These 2. They chased me for so long, dude. It was insane.
Do you have enough spuds?
Hey, turd. You gonna come help or?
Oh, I need my guns.
You dropped your spud gun off?
I don't have any spuds on me.
Oh my God. Well, I got 2 chasing me again.
I wasn't prepared to fight 2 red bots.
I wasn't either, but this is the story
I guess we should be, yeah.
We're gonna play Ring Around the Oil Pond.
I'm coming.
Haha! They both went into the oh my God.
Does that kill them?
No, but it's the biggest exploit in the world.
They can't get out of it?
It's so... Remember oil ponds are like super deep?
Yeah.
They're like super deep and super steep. They can't climb out of that.
Oh my
They can
God.
climb out of shorelines, but they can't climb out of the oil pond. They both are at the very bottom of the oil pond.
That's hilarious.
And I can just sit here shooting them. And it's so deep, they can't even shoot their like gun up.
Right. Suckers.
This is the biggest exploit ever.
Alright, I'm coming. I want to see this.
All right, well, I'm literally shooting them.
No,
through
don't
the
kill them. I
oil.
want to see them. I want to see them.
Oh, okay, I'll leave one. Yeah, it's just a joke. What's up, bro? You're a loser down there. What a loser.
Did they both fall in?
Yeah, I killed one already.
Oh my goodness, that's
So
funny.
you'll see it. This is amazing. We could trap one in an oil pond and then
Just
name
keep them
him.
in there, yeah. What up?
All right, bro.
Oh, no, oh, no,
don't
oh,
don't
no,
get
oh,
the
no,
bobcat
oh, no,
in there.
oh,
Oh,
no.
my God, dude, what are you doing?
Bobcat
if
doesn't
that
have brakes.
Yeah. Don't get that in there. Look. See him? It's hard to see. You gotta like.
It's so hard to
him?
see him. No.
He's down there. If you swim down, you'll see him. Look.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, he's
Wow.
gonna shoot at us.
He's gonna try.
Oh, he can't shoot.
No, he can't.
Just like we can't shoot underwater, he can't shoot underwater. So he's literally just screwed.
That's funny.
I'm gonna kill him though. So you can shoot from above the water into the bottom, but you
I don't
can't
even know where
shoot
he
from-
is.
Right there. Okay, I got him. There we go. Is he dead yet?
There
Yeah,
we go.
He's dead. He floats. You see that? When he
Yeah.
starts dying, he floats.
That's so odd. Well, that's one way to trap them, I guess.
Yeah, at the bottom of an oil pit. That's so cool.
That's crazy.
What a weird exploit.
That's a really deep oil pit, too. That's nuts.
All right, have fun driving back to base, loser. By driving, I mean walking.
Try to take your wheel off, but I had my gun out.
I don't think yeah. Oh no, I'm out of gas, and I don't have gas on me. Oh no. Oh, wait, there's gas in the back here. Haha. Oh. You got me.
Bye. Thanks for filling me up.
No problem. Anytime. I think that's the definition of karma right there. That's what that is. All right.
Daylight! 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 So nice when daylight comes in this game.
Yep, I agree. How are you doing on the base upgrades? We got some paint making now.
Nice, nice. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing that I'm missing for this
need the
time
paint?
around. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I think this is a good place to show off what we did.
Okay. Yeah. You can come upstairs to where I am right now. I'm working on I'm in the clothing room.
Coming. Clothing room.
this-
That's fancy.
Oh, hold on. Let me get some paint. Let me get just a little bit of paint. I only need one paint piece, literally. Just to paint one light. All right, up here, all the way to the top of this tree.
Nice, nice. Oh, very nice. That's so
All right,
cool.
so it's nothing fancy. It's just got some lighting. But if you stand on the platform and then press E on the use the wardrobe,
Very
it's like
cool.
a good distance to give you like a nice
Got a cool
camera here.
platform.
I'll stand next to you and use it too. Look at that.
Nice.
So you got the nice cameras.
That's awesome.
The tree kind of gets a little bit in the way with the leaves and
That's okay.
stuff, but I tried to find the best spot where it's like
Mm-hmm.
gives you to see everything.
This is awesome.
And then of course we've got all these bare wall spaces just so we can store like our clothing boxes, right? We can
Cool.
slap them all up, and then
I dig that.
once
nice.
we get it full, we can do a bunch of clothing.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And then of course the lights keep us bright all throughout the night, so it won't matter.
Right,
whenever
yeah,
we're-
we can unbox whenever.
Exactly.
Good
All
stuff.
right, let's see what you did on the other side.
All right, let's check it out. Yeet ourselves over.
Are you you gotten into? Oh no! What happened? What happened?
Wait,
How did that even happen? I just fell.
what happened?
I'm at the bottom. Don't worry,
Oh.
I'm coming up.
Hello?
I fell off the stairs.
Fair enough.
Have you even gotten into the veggie burgers, or are you still eating raw veggies?
Dude, I'm still eating blueberries.
Yeah, I'm still eating like bananas, tomatoes, and beets
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
nuts. I still have so much food left. I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of in a ridiculous spot. Someone also said, too, we need to really change this to sensors. Apparently, the comments are getting really mad that we haven't made this a sensor system yet and are using timers.
The catapult?
Yeah.
I like the button. I don't know.
I like the button, too, but at some point I might... Oh, I like this. The wall. The wall piece. This looks clean.
Yeah, so I actually used the warehouse wedges to do like a
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have a corner piece, but that's okay. Maybe we'll figure
Yeah,
something
that's
out.
right. There is no corner piece.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's we'll just
Whatever,
paint
it's
it yellow, call it a day. No big deal.
That's cool. That actually... It looks like it's a thick platform. Like, it's got to hold some weight.
Yeah,
I like that.
exactly.
You made it hollow, I assume?
It
It's
is.
not-
Yeah. It's just hollow
Yeah,
underneath.
okay.
So We can
I was
always.
like, if not, man, that's a good use of wood. Oh, this looks sick.
Yeah, so it's a nice.
This is
like,
so good.
It's so awesome. I love it. It's like a viewing area.
Yeah, this looks amazing. It's like a viewing. You know, we might need to put some paint or something at
Oh
some
yeah,
point. But
yeah, for sure, for sure.
I really like this. This looks really, really nice. Put up some we should put up some like posters and stuff around
Exactly.
here.
That's what I was thinking too.
It's the restaurant. This looks
not
great.
a whole lot different here. You know, just a roof. We have a roof now.
The roof is good.
So
Needed a roof.
Yep, there's that.
Still jump up on the counter, which is good because this is how I feed the kickbots. I mean, it's the easiest way to do it. You stand on the counter, you go across, you come back, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's the way to do it. I like that. It looks great.
And then you go up here, and there's another viewing area up top. Because I figured, you know what? We got this whole roof area. It's kind of wasted space.
It's basically a platform, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just a platform, you know, to come and eat your veggie burger and just reminisce about scrap mechanic life.
The good old days.
The good old days, yep.
Yeah, this actually looks really good now compared to that like platform. These are both like really like almost complete now.
This looks a lot better as well.
I like this. This is huge.
This is awesome. I love the
I
spiral.
don't know what to do here. We could I don't know. Dance.
Dance.
Have a dance party.
We'll figure something out. Maybe we can store some things up here. You never know.
Yeah, and then there's this one up here at the top.
Nice, nice. Kind of
Which again,
there you go.
I didn't go any higher. The other tree actually goes up to, so the clothing platform would be built up in that nook there.
Right.
On the other tree. But this one, like, this is the highest this tree goes, which I think is, you know, is fine for now.
Pretty good,
I
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we can always, there isn't really a reason to...
We don't even have uses for all these platforms yet, you know? Like,
that's true.
What do we do? We're building platforms and we don't... I mean, that's, you know, maybe the comments can let us know, you know, what we should use all these platforms for. They could tell us, you know...
That's true. If you guys have any ideas, let us know for sure.
Yeah, we do need to build bedrooms, so we could build bedrooms off of this big platform here. That's easy enough. Little person, although there's no reason for bedrooms, but you know, it'd be cool to make this feel more like home. There's no, you know, reason for a restaurant either, but
Yo, the restaurant looks cool from the bottom.
Yeah, at some point we could build bedrooms, but yeah, I don't know what else to build on this side. We've got lots of space for
activities.
Almost nothing.
Oh, there he goes.
Unless we build a walk farm up in the tree.
Ooh.
But I thought
milk?
cows despawn when you leave, don't they?
Also, how would we get them up there?
Well, that's
like
easy.
An elevator?
We just build a walk shooting device, and we launch them.
Can you actually do that?
Yes, we've done entire multiplayer challenges where it's who can launch the walk the furthest.
Poor
Trust me, we've gotten very good at throwing cows.
Fair enough.
So there are ways we could get it into the tree. It might take a few shots, but we could eventually throw one into the tree. But I mean, I'm pretty sure, maybe someone in the comments could let us know. I think they despawn though, which would mean like we could do it, but then by the time you know, they leave and they all leave, so that I think that would be pointless. But yeah, this is sick. This feels more like home now. I like it.
Totally. This place is all empty now too. You can put something here.
Yeah, this is empty. We've got rid of this over here. Like this is actually a clean, just weapons closet type thing.
That's right.
I like the look of the restaurant from here. This looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks nice. I like it.
But yeah, let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Give us other ideas for survival stuff to build. We still have some ideas.
Yep, we've got a list, but we always love to hear what you guys think, so definitely let us know.
Yeah, I like it. It actually looks like two different tree forts now.
Yeah.
It's great. If walks don't despawn, maybe we should do a test at some point, but if walks don't despawn, I feel like having a tree fort walk farm might actually be kind of cool.
Hey man, it would make sense, you know, have some walks for some milk right up at the top next to the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean you can't breed walks unless you use mods, but at least we can, you know, get milk from them and then kill the walks down below for the steaks.
No.
Well, we gotta get steaks for revival again.
All right.
That's the thing. You need walk steaks and walk milk, but like we could have milkers and we could have stakers, you know? That's what they're called.
Jesus.
But yeah, let us know what you think, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.